What's up YouTube, Awesome Yogi here, and today we're here with a deck profile on Chaos Dragons. Now this is at least I made this before the release of Breaker of Shadows. Not sure if it's going up after or before, but so I don't have any Breakers of Shadow cards here, nor would I have if I would have posted it after, but then I might have been able to proxy anything. But I'm not sure what's in the set, to be honest, but I don't think I'd be making too many changes. Maybe in the extra deck I put in the Cyber Dragon Infinity card or something like that with Ptolemaeus or something, but I don't think the main deck would actually change too much. I did already build a little bit towards like pendulum decks, like the Pendulum Magicians and whatever. So the main deck probably wouldn't change as far as I know, at least. Like I said, I'm not familiar with all the cards in the set, I'm not familiar with like 95% of the cards in the set. Also an update, I probably won't have any boxes on Breakers of Shadows. Now this is because I've seen the pull ratios on the cards and they're ridiculous. So I don't think, I know I've seen the pre-order prices and like a lot of these secret rares are extremely expensive and you can get 2 secret rares a box, but that's not how economics works. With the pre-orders they might, but after the release we're going to have a flood of all these cards that people do want, you know, the Cyber Dragon Infinity, the Pendulum Magician, Sorcerer thingy, Sorcerer, I don't know, you know, the guy with the hat, you know, these, the Mermail Ultra and stuff, you know, whatever's in the set, but there's going to be a lot of people offering them because displays have been selling incredibly of this set, which is really good on Konami's part, of course. Business point of Konami, this was a great set for them. But for the second market, I don't feel this is going to be a worthy set to invest in actually, because like I said, when 100 people are selling a card and only 75 people are willing to buy the card, prices are going down, obviously. So I'm probably not going to get any of these boxes or whatever. I might pick up 1 or 2 on the fly, you know, just because I've been picking up some stuff and I, you know, have to pay shipping either way, but don't expect me to open any of the Breakers of Shadows. But yeah, that's that. For now, let's just get into this profile. One of my old favorites, this deck, definitely in my top 5 all-time favorite decks. And yeah, I just thought let's try and put this together and see what you can do. So we're playing triple Light Pulsar Dragon, obviously, along with your Red Eyes Metal Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. You all still know the loop. When he's in grave and he's destroyed, you can bring him back, and of course he can bring him back, so yeah, that's kind of cool. The Eclipse Wyvern, just a 1 Dark Flare. I don't really want to run any more Dark Flares because I am running 2 Cast Sorcerers as well. First let's round up the dragons. Dark Arm Dragon, of course. Eclipse Wyvern searches out Dark Armed or Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Then for your Chaos monsters, you have your BLS and the 2 Chaos Sorcerers. So I don't want to have too many of these big guys because I have been upping my spell lineup a little bit and the hand trap, so you don't have as much darks and light as you used to. So yeah, I don't want to run too many of these boss monsters because they can clog in your hand when you're not able to summon them. So this was a good number for me. I think that this is it for the boss monsters, and I think that's a good number. For the milling, you have triple Curry Bandit. Like I said, I've upped these spells as well for this deck. Quite a bit of spells. I believe it's like 10, so 1/4 of your deck. So when you're milling, you should hit at least 1 spell. And with Curry Bandit, you can add that to your hand, of course. Then for the Light Swords, more milling. Triple Raiden, this is definitely the best one to mill. You know, you can mill 2 upon summon and then 2 in the end phase as well. Double Lila is of course better since you can destroy skills, which is kind of good. Then we utilize the Clown engine with Double Trick Clown. I was running 1 at first, but you don't always have the 1, and that can be problematic. When you do have the 1, it's good because you know you can only use 1 per turn. But you do want to have access to 1 as soon as possible, and even when you have access to 1 early game, you don't always want to bring this back, so at some points you're just like, well, I'll leave it in the grave for now, but then at another point you might want to have it back again, and you only can do that when you're rolling it or something, unless you, of course, you have the second one. So I did like running 2. The 1 Hat Tricker, I really like Hat Tricker, especially in like an aggro deck like this, really aggressive. really offensive. Yeah, I just like hat trigger. And then 2 damage juggler. I'm only running 2 because I am running triple Gorts, and I don't want to overcommit to those stop attacking hand traps. I feel like in this deck, Gorts is just better. This is kind of like a boss monster as well. So you don't want to have like triple Chaos Sorcerer or double Dark Flare and stuff when you also have the 3 Gorts and then 3 Maxi. I still like this hand trap. I'm not looking up like any deck profiles, so I'm not sure if Maxi is actually still good, but what I've come to theorize on my own is that, well, when they put up a scale, you can just drop the Maxi, and they either stop for their turn, you know, or you at least draw 1 when they pendulum, and usually when they pendulum, I feel like they're going to either Synchro or Xyz, you know, so that's +1 on Maxi, so I feel like Maxi is a good card. If it's not, let me know, but I feel like Maxi is just a good hand trap right now. Like I said, purely based on theory, seeing how, you know, pendulums work. I highly doubt Maxi isn't good at all. So yeah, triple Maxi. Then for the spells, triple Solar Recharge, of course for your 5 targets, along with 2 charge of the Light Brigade. You have your double Land, triple Raiden, so usually these aren't dead. Triple Instant Fusion, Northern, Raigeki, which I don't really like, but you know, it's still kind of like a power spell. And with this deck, being able to clear a board can be useful because you can put down 8,000 of them really easily. So, you know, the Raigeki just to clear a board, I mean, it doesn't really matter that it doesn't actually cost them anything because everything goes back to the extra deck and they can just bring it back. It doesn't matter if they're able to bring it back when they're dead, pretty much. And then the Allure of Darkness. And then I am utilizing 1 trap. I think this is good. 1 Deck Devastation Virus. I feel like a lot of these Pendulum guys are 1500 or below. And you hit those with Deck Devastation Virus, and when they're in their hand, they don't go to the extra deck, they don't go to the grave. So I like Deck Devastation. You have your Dark Flare Dragon, you have your Dark Arm Dragon, you have your Chaos Sorcerers, you have your Red Eyes Darkness Mantle Dragon, and Gorse. Don't forget Gorse as well. And Gorse as well. So you have a lot of targets. This is usually live. I think I would actually even side a couple of more of these. Because yeah, this hits like a lot of the pendulums. I think. I don't think they're like a really big guys. You know, you have your Draco Slayer cards, which are a bit bigger, but I think like the Pendulum Magicians, especially, they're always lower than 1500. Like I said, I don't actually notice, but I feel like they are. So that's it for the main deck. For the cards, of course, the extra deck, we have Queen Dragoon Jijin, Abyss Dweller, Diamond Dyer, Deguster Emerald, Castell, Silent Monarch, and Trapeze Magicians for your rank 4s. Now, like I said, Infinities might be something that comes in because you can make rank 4s quite easily. I'd probably cut Queen Dragoon, I guess, because this is more like you don't really use this all too much. It's just like, you know, it's dragons, so yeah, Queen Dragoon Jin for Ptolemaeus, and then this is actually really good. This is really good. This is really good. This is really good. All the others are really good, so I'm not sure what other. Probably the Silent on Arc then for Infinity. But you know, pre-Bosch, this is definitely the rank 4s you're going to run. I'm not even sure if Infinity is worth running, but I believe it's like a Solemn Judgment on Lax, so with Ptolemaeus just being able to go into that, you should, I feel like you should probably run it. M7, they only rank 6, this is incredible. Then for some level 8 you have Stardust Dragon, which is really good right now, so that's cool. Stardust, and it's a dragon as well, so yeah, that's cool stuff. Scrap Dragon, mostly because it's a dragon. You might actually cut this, but then again, Scrap Dragon's kind of good with Light Pulsar as well. And once again, you can pop skills with this, so Scrap Dragon's kind of good. These, the Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, actually a newer card that I do have. It's unbelievable, because this is from Dimension of Chaos, which I believe is the last set, or at least, you know, before Breaks of Shadows. So, and I actually own this card, which is amazing. But it's actually a good card to run as well. Once again, it's also a dragon. 3000 Beatstick Dark, another Deck Devastation target, if need be. Oh, these are just really good. And this is the Psy-Frame Lord Omega, because that's definitely one of the best level 8s. And then I'm playing Leo as well, along with, because Leo's, you can make Leo with Raiden and Light Pulsar, and yeah, I like Leo. Two Nordens for the instant fusions, of course. Once again, being able to spam out rank 4s. So yeah, that's the entire deck. Chaos Dragons. You know, decks like these, whom were good at some point, just got power creeped out of the game pretty much, but there's a huge but. You can still make decks like these work, especially a deck like Chaos Dragon, which can just OTK out of nowhere, you know. There are some really unfair cards in decks like Chaos Dragon. So if you side deck to beat those, you know, Pendulum Magicians, Pepe, Cosmo, whatever you have right now, this is definitely a deck you can still take to a local, definitely a local, or even some smaller regionals, and make this work and do well. It might actually have some fun instead of just playing those dumb meta decks. So yeah, I highly recommend this. I still love playing this deck. Just like, for example, Inzectors or Heroes. I feel like Heroes with Musk, Dark Law can still be pretty good. So I might actually do a deck profile Dark Law, or a Dark Law deck, yeah, Heroes as well, relatively soon. I haven't built anything yet, but just popped into mind. Might do that as well. And yeah, just try and still have some fun, because I feel like the game has become incredibly stale, which is why I quit like a couple of months ago. But yeah, this definitely, you know, this is just stuff that, you know, I want to keep these cards. I'm not ever going to sell, you know, these Jump, Red Eyes, and Masters Collection BLS, you know, because this is still stuff that you can just, let's just play this, and especially when you go to a local and you might run into like a Gear deck or whatever, something that's pretty old as well, with another scrub. Not saying I'm a scrub, but or that you're a scrub when you're playing these non-meta decks. But it might just be something fun sometimes. I mean, you're not going to play this at a YCS or Nationals or whatever. At least not if you're going with the intention of topping, which I feel like when you're going to those bigger events, that should definitely be why you're going, or not why you're going, but it should be in the back of your head, like, I am attending Nationals, I do want to go to Worlds, or something like that, you know. Or when you're European, I want to go to Nationals to qualify for Euros, to qualify for Worlds. Of course, not everyone can do that, but you should have the mindset too, because otherwise you're definitely not going to win anything. Or you might win something to someone else who also doesn't have that mindset. But yeah, I'm ranting, I'm getting off topic. That's a discussion for another time. For now, thank you guys for watching. In the comment section down below, let me know what you think of this deck and how I might have to adjust after Breakers of Shadows, which isn't really relevant for me, but for those other people, read the comment section as well. And if you think other decks that are old but still fun can still be good, and how, you know? So yeah, leave those suggestions in the comment section down below. Also, leave me some suggestions on other things I can do. I will try to pick up those that new Mermail card that is in Breaks of Shadows, because I do still have a Mermail deck, and you know, I don't, like I said, that's probably not going to be an expensive card as well, since you get like 4 Ultras a box now. So it shouldn't be too hard to pick up. Should be like $10, so that's fine. I probably will pick that up then when it's that cheap. Just so I can play Mermail, which I've heard can still be pretty good with the new support. So yeah, and then of course I will do a deck profile on that as well. Thank you guys for watching, see you guys next time. Bye!